Harry Kane just said the quiet part out loud. I could score 100 goals this season, but if I don't win the Champions League or the World Cup, I'm probably not going to win the Ballon d'Or. And he's right, because for the Ballon d'Or, the game he's playing on the pitch isn't the only game that counts. He's basically admitting the award isn't really about who plays the best football. It's about who sits in the right place, at the right club, in the right story, holding the right trophies. Harry Kane is putting up incredible stats. 28 goals in 22 appearances for club and country. Bayern unbeaten in the Bundesliga and the Champions League. England with a perfect World Cup qualification campaign. That's not good form. This guy should be in every Ballon d'Or conversation form. So how can a player this efficient, this consistent, this central to club and country still be nowhere near the award? The truth is, goals are just the entry ticket. The trophies and the narrative are what pick the winners. The Ballon d'Or isn't a simple best player in the world award. It's a vote on who has the perfect combination of three things: elite stats, major silverware, and a story journalists feel good about writing. Miss any one of these and you're relegated to the shortlist. Just look at the last couple of years. In 2024, Rodri won the Champions League with City and the Euros with Spain. He's an elite footballer, but the combo is what sealed it. The best midfielder in the world, plus the two biggest European trophies that season. Then this year, Ousmane Dembele, not because everyone suddenly decided he's the greatest footballer on earth, but because PSG finally won the Champions League with Dembele as the face of that run with 35 goals and 16 assists. Overnight, his tag changed from injury-prone early man to resurrection season. Everyone just loves a redemption arc, including sponsors and broadcasters. The pattern's boring, but it's clear. Major trophy plus clear narrative beats just being relentlessly good. As for Kane, he's living in that gap. In the 23-24 season, he scored 44 goals in 45 games for Bayern, reached the Euro finals with England, and still only finished 10th in the Ballon d'Or rankings. Last season, he racked up 55 goal contributions in 51 games, finally won a league title, and still finished 13th in the Ballon d'Or rankings. 13th, below both PSG fullbacks, even below his England teammate Cole Palmer. But from the way the system is set up, it's completely on brand. He doesn't have a Champions League, he doesn't have a World Cup, so the judges dock him points no matter how ridiculous his numbers are. And this isn't just a Kane glitch. Just ask Robert Lewandowski. This is not about football. This is about institutions protecting their own mythology. You've probably felt this at some point, that unless you're at a handful of clubs, your season is basically nice but irrelevant. The sense that half the shortlist is decided before the season even starts. On paper, the system's neutral. In reality, it's weighted. Weighted towards certain markets, certain badges, certain storylines that look good in a 3-minute montage. That's where Kane gets crushed. He spent his prime at Spurs, a good team, occasionally brilliant, but never built to hoard trophies the way City, Real or PSG are. That wasn't a moral failing, it was a structural one. By the time he moved to Bayern, the narrative around him was already set. Brilliant, hardworking, a bit unlucky, maybe just below the truly mythic tier. So even now, with Bayern dominating and England trending upwards, the award still feels like it belongs to a Barcelona winger or a Real Madrid forward. Harry Kane is a top tier player whose career timeline didn't line up with the sport's favorite power centers. Now just imagine that from his perspective. You drag yourself through 60 game season. You hit 40-50, maybe one day even those 100 goal involvements he's talking about. And then you watch the Ballon d'Or go to players whose seasons might not actually be better than yours, just more convenient for the narrative. At some point, you have to stop pretending it's a pure meritocracy. You start talking the way Kane is. It's not bitterness, it's a diagnosis. So, is the Ballon d'Or rigged against Harry Kane? Do the rules quietly punish anyone whose peak doesn't sync up with the right badge, the right broadcast package, or the right fairy tale? Kane might still win one if Bayern clear up Europe and England finally win a trophy. But it shouldn't need a perfect storm. Harry Kane has already done enough to be a Ballon d'Or winner in a rational world. He just doesn't live in one.